Okay, the weather gods are with us. We've got real hot weather at the moment, it's like 30 degrees, but today is overcast with a little bit of rain, so it's a bit cooler. The boys are on the wall pointing. Yeah, you can carry on talking if you want, Julian. The boys have started to point this wall, so it's all prepped up, so they're going to crack on with that, so we'll come back when that's done at the end of the day. And the same for this wall here, we're getting all that prep ready to point. We finally found a new carpenter. We've had issues with carpenters. We've had the door swapped over, the client wanted something different, so that's been done. And also the stairs is now in place, altered and fitted. So once we finish, we'll open it all up so you can see it all. But yeah, it's all looking good. And I've now started setting out for the floor. I'm going to get the first 3 rows in, check to make sure we've got no stupid cuts over there, and try to get it as parallel as possible in these old wonky houses. And then we'll do that. Also, I'm going to be scratch floating these up. These walls have been an absolute bastard to do. I don't say that lightly. I say that with... that was hard, wasn't it, Nick? It didn't want to sit on the wall. Don't know why. It's like that sometimes, you know, life's hard. But yeah, that's all done. So yeah, we'll come back and show you the progress as always. Buongiorno. We've been flying along, we've not really been filming, so we've just been cracking on. Believe it or not, there is a beautiful floor underneath all of this. There's a part of it there. And we are currently making this wall look gorgeous now. So Nicholas is over there, I'm up there. We're cracking on, so let's come back when this is all looking glorious and very similar to what we did there. Hey! Okay, that's that wall now all finished. We've gone for a distressed look, so it's extremely uneven in slightly different finishes here, there and everywhere, because that's what we're looking for on this lovely old house. And we are now, as you can see, about to attack this wall. So me and the crew are going to get it all pointed up. Happy days. There's been a lot of grunting and groaning on this job today. We managed to get it all pointed. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. We normally finish at 3:30. Fingers crossed. Been hard work, isn't it, Marcel?
Very hard work.
Very hard work. little flex there. Julian keeps his top on, so he's got such a hairy chest. He's worried about the lime mortar mix sticking to it and being quite troublesome getting out again. It's baking hot. It is baking hot. It's been sweltering, and obviously with all the moisture in there, it's like a sauna in here, which is why we're mainly all topless. Yeah, looking nice. Right, the boys were very busy when I was off doing some other things, so the wall's all covered up, but it's all been brushed down and it's looking very nice. And we are now on the fireplace. We've already started. It's all covered up, protecting everything. No pressure, Julian. How are we doing?
Fine.
Fine. Look at that, like a pro. Like a pro. Oh, what the hell are you... Oh, that's the wrong colour.
The wrong colour?
Wrong colour.
You want blue?
Yep. We'll come back a little bit later on. There you go. Builder's bum at work. What? Okay, this fireplace has been done on the sides and over the top. We decided because it's the weekend we're going to clean it and leave it presentable for the guys so they can enjoy it for once. Marcel's just cleaning the floor off. Everything's looking very nice. So we're all happy. So literally it's just get that wall done. A few little snags here and there. This room's ready to hand over. Okay, it's another day. I'm on my own. Right, that final panel there has been rendered, ready for a sketch float later on. Same again with these last 2 panels. That one's done, ready for scratch. That one needs building up again. I'll probably do that tomorrow though, because otherwise we might cause ourselves a headache. And now we've just got underneath here to point. It's not ideal. Feel free to come and join me. It's like going caving. It just so happens I'm a massive fan of it, so I'm not bothered about being in a real tight confined space. Unfortunately, I have a knackered elbow again from doing all this pointing, and I've had a bad shoulder for ages, so it's not particularly comfortable. But I'd still rather do this than be in an office smelling other people's farts looking at a computer screen. Because that's just not for me. Once this wall's done, we're going to be doing the floor as well. That's all been protected with a bit of linseed oil, so there shouldn't be any staining going on from the muck. But I have got some boards down just to eliminate some of it. Right, let's come back when I'm done. Okay, as you can see, it's not finished, it just needs brushing up a bit more, but it's all looking good. Happy with that. Oh look, it's the bosses. Not really, I'm the boss, they're just clients. We're going to do a before and after on this beautiful staircase. So we've got our linseed and white spirit mix. So let's do a before and after. This is a before. And that is it after. As you can see, full of colour now. So you can see the difference because the top's not been done yet. See the difference? Hell of a difference. Hello! Hello, it's Nick from the TV.
From the TV programme.
He keeps on getting people come and stay at his B&B that have watched him and want to come and meet him because he's so lovable. Yeah, as you can see, Nick's been infilling that little, should we call it a bay window recessed area, even though it's not a bay window, but it sounds good. It sounds like we actually know what we're on about. Following on from the other earlier video clip, that has now been all totally cleared out. It's all dry. That got finished. That's now drying, so that whole wall is now done. I didn't in the end. Nick did it. That panel is all done. Tomorrow with scratch float up. Top panel's all done, so that's that done. We were like running through with Alison and Des earlier. So we're nearly on our way out of it. We're getting there. So I fitted this lovely wooden windowsill. We found an offcut from up in the attic, so I've installed that so that can now all get blocked up by the other builders who are doing the exterior works for us. This wall's going to get painted by the Dutch boys, pointed. We're just waiting on the TV because we've got to run some secret cables before that section gets done. And let's show you the view. So when you look down like this, we did that before we did that, and now Alison's saying she would prefer that to match that render work. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some wood, put another vertical piece in, and then put some more render on it and distress it to match. And she decided whilst we were at it, she wants this done as well, so we're going to add another vertical, another horizontal, and do the exact same thing. Just because that's what she wants, and you know, that's what we do. We do what people want, within reason. Right, we'll come back when we start that. Oakley dokley, right. You can see the wood's been put in, it's scratch coated up ready. Same, add an extra bit of wood, scratch coated up ready. Whilst I've been away, because I've been on holiday, the boys have beautifully pointed up that wall and also done all in here. Just the remainder to do is that. The telly is here. What we did is we set the box up inside that niche, put the telly over the face of it to see if we could get it to work without having that box exposed. And yes, it does. So the plan is, on this wall, we are going to cut a hole in to sit that box in, and then all the wires will all be totally hidden. So from here, when we look, you'll see nothing apart from this new Samsung frame TV, which effectively becomes a picture, if you so wish, but also a lovely TV. It's really smart. I really like it. That's going to happen shortly, but we've been busy downstairs because we want to get the measurements for the kitchen. Now, the only way to do that was to spend a bit of time this morning setting out. So I'm here on my own today, which is an ideal time because, you know, you can be nice and slow. I haven't got everybody harassing me. So we've been pinging lines and setting things out. We're having a beautiful Aga going here, and we want it to sit a certain way, so we've got to make sure everything's square to certain things. If we just squared it, it would have looked terrible to this. So there's been a lot of planning and a lot of toing and froing, so we're effectively going to put it in line with this beam so visually it looks better, whereas if we just squared it, the bulkhead that's going in would look terrible. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly frame it around. I'm just going to put the sole plates in, and then that means we've got the dimensions, so then they can go off and order the kitchen, and there will be no mistakes with anything not fitting, because we don't know exactly what we're fitting because we don't have the dimensions, which is why I've done the dimensions. Right, as you can see, I'm all set up. Let's go. Okay, a few days have elapsed since that last video clip. The framing has all been done, and also, as you can see, we've built a big wall along there. That's where the main kitchen stuff's going, so we built out of timber, so it's going to be able to handle the weight of all the units. The rest of the framing's all been done there, so that's that. We're now just sorting out upstairs. So obviously in that last video clip as well, we were discussing about putting the niche in where the TV will cover up and other things. So there's going to be a big change in this room, because as you can see, it's a bit of a bomb site. But all four of us pointed this wall up this morning. Marcel's now dressing it up. I've finished the rendering on that section there. So basically everything's been moved downstairs. So what we'll do is a quick look around, and then we'll come back when it's all cleaned up. Bonjour and good morning. We are beavering away down in the kitchen room now. There's been a slight change of plans, so Matty's doing some adjustments. This is now going to be a stone wall. It's not going to be dry lined because the client has just changed their mind, which he's entitled to. But this will be dry lined. This will be dry lined. We have dry lined. That's a bulkhead that we're building that we've put up just so she can assess to see how big she wants it. This wall has not really changed. We've still got to wait for the plumbing and electrician to just finish off. And I am currently building this wall up, and then I'm going to feather it into the stone wall, dress it all up and make it all look pretty. So I thought, rather than just seeing me talking all the time and then showing you a bit of work, that I might actually do some work. Okay, after metaling this wall, what I've done is I've just temporarily cut and put the plasterboard into place. Cut that bit of wood, so that's going to be a fake lintel, so I'm going to be putting that along there like that. But I've also got to do the underside, so everything needs to be dry fitted first, so I make sure everything lines up and looks pretty. So I'm just going through that process now. Okay, I've just got to cut the wood, get all that in place, and then we're going to be good to fix it. Right, I know the lighting's not great because I've got the light behind me, but hey, right. What I'm going to try and do is secret fix the fake lintel to the plasterboard, which means putting the wood on the face of the plasterboard and screwing from behind. But I've got to do it on two separate pieces, and because the angles in the ceilings are all different heights, we can't just do it and then lift it in. We've got to do everything at an angle and then offer it up. I've secret fixed that bit on, so that's ready. So the plan is now put a bit on that, offer it into place, and then try and do the other one at the same time. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. I'll show you the first stage of it. First thing we're going to do is street a bit of wood on there. I've no idea where the wood is. Okay, I've just cut a little bit of plasterboard up there just to allow it to sort up, so we're having difficulty lining up this bit here. But it's as good as, at the end of the day, the oak does undulate as well, so it's all flush all the way to that point. Then it's a little lip, but obviously we can get a little sand and sand it down, it will be good. So that's all good. Just got to do the reveals on that, check for the electrics, and then that's this wall ready to plaster. I'm now going to move on to that wall over there. That one. Buongiorno, we are currently up in the attic. We have finished the stairwell. The lovely Dutch Julian is currently just doing the last few detailed bits, but it's looking really good. We're really pleased. And look, we've started to put up part of the ceiling. The boys are hard at it. So what we've done is, because it undulates so much, we decided to put the plasterboard on top of the beams to make our life easier and make it more quirky looking. But we don't want to go too far, otherwise insulating will be horrendous. So yeah, it's all good. I'm now going to start railing all of this out, which will be fun. We are currently in the middle of the heat wave, and there's a gang of us all working up in an attic because we're, you know, clever like that. Great planning. All the metal is now done, and as you can see, a lot of plasterboarding has been done now. Basically, we're going to slot the insulation behind it. We just wanted to keep progressing. We've also got the electrician here. He's putting his first fixed cables in. So yeah, it's all going very well. The majority of the ceiling is all done as well. It's extremely awkward, just nothing is square in any way, shape or form. So doing this next, which is going to be extremely laborious. Hello, hello, or bonjour as they say in France. I'm down in the kitchen area. Everything is ready to plaster effectively, apart from sorting out the reveals in the windows. But apart from that, we're all good to go. I've just been prepping 2 of the bays ready to plaster, so that's what I'm about to start. Everything is ready. I have music, I'm hydrated, I'm ready to go. And it's a nice cool day for a summer's day, so let's get cracking.
The story of my appearance later falls in the musical across the apps you find on socials. If you're looking for something to do as you get into the...
When I walk inside the...
Okay, it's the same as upstairs. I managed to get 3 bays successfully done on my own. Any more than that, it's too hard work. We worked that out when we were doing it upstairs, so we can do 3, we can manage that. Very pleased. I just got to wait to polish this one up. Those are all done. So another day and a bit, and that'll be all the ceilings done. So happy days. Hey, I have no idea what part of the video we're at because of the way I'm filming it, so you have to excuse me. Voila, we're back down in the basement. That's all been closed in. We've got a fuse board going up there. We now know the measurements for that. There's been massive change of plans, different size cooker. This has all been dry lined. It's all been dry lined, and we're plastering. Nick's plastering. I'm ready to plaster, but I thought I'd do some filming first because that's the sort of guy I am. We're going to be doing rolled corners rather than putting a bead. We're going to roll it around just for that oldie worldy look. I better get on the trowel. See Nick from the telly in a minute and come over. Nick from telly. Oh! You had any people staying at the house, Nick, recently who recognise you from telly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always all the people last night.
Oh, really?
Oh, hello, what are you? Yeah. What are you doing? Seen you. Yes, I am.
Nick.
Real life.
Telly star.
When I walk inside the...